Iowan Ken Quinn served as U.S. ambassador to Cambodia, but he also spent time in Vietnam with the State Department. Evacuating citizens and supporters from Vietnam and Afghanistan feels similar to him.
Planning is always critical, being ready for the eventuality. And I thought, honestly, looking at it from afar, that there would be more time, to be honest. I thought maybe the Kabul government could hold out for some time. It wasn't a certainty that it was going to fall, and certainly not, again, looking at it from afar, that it was going to collapse so quickly. But I believe, and I've advised people who do have individuals who work there on behalf of the U.S. government, that it was so important to begin planning for the flights. Have military, commercial flights could be coming in and out, get people the credential that they need, maybe even start moving some of them out of the country.
Can that be done quietly ahead of time before this was all announced, or is that not feasible? Does that then tip them off that here's what's about to happen?
In my experience, from working on the Vietnam evacuation, it can be done quietly, can be done very quietly. Can't keep it a total secret, but you can be doing things, putting things in place, making sure, for example, that your employees have some kind of document that would be recognized. Now, gosh, looking at TV and seeing the situation at the airport in Kabul, my heavens, how do you get through the crowd? And you get there, and I feel so terrible for the Marines and others who are at the door. How do you differentiate with people coming up? To whom do we have an obligation? How do you figure that out in this circumstance?
Now, you mentioned that you haven't been to this country, but as you watch this from afar, how do you compare it to Vietnam, where we also had such a lengthy presence and left under no obvious ending, if you will? There's no easy way to declare victory and a new government's underway and we leave. This isn't going to happen in Afghanistan, perhaps the opposite, so, right? I mean, with Taliban in control.
Yeah, so I think in Vietnam, our whole country was more invested. So many, probably a couple of million troops had been there at one time or another. It was on the news for a decade, intimately. We had so many casualties of people killed and wounded. Plus, we had a huge number of officers, State Department officers like myself, military officers, who had been there on several tours. So we knew the territory, we knew our way around, had the capability to fly in and out, but in Vietnam, the truth is that the ambassador and senior people did not plan for the evacuation. And that was, I went there on a presidential mission, 30 days left. The end came quickly. All of a sudden, it's just collapsing. I was there, and I could see that there were maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I wrote a big memo to Henry Kissinger, said there's 3 weeks left. It's been called the grimmest but most accurate assessment of the war, of the end of South Vietnam. And I could see the North Vietnamese had more troops, more firepower. It was inevitable. And yet, the ambassador there did not do any of the planning for an evacuation, even the quiet planning. So I grabbed a couple of other officers. We were, 32 years old, a young guy, and said, maybe we can save some people. Let's organize ourselves. Let's be ready. The last few days and the end come, there'll be a plane, we can get people out there.
But that's not easy here, right? And we're reading stories in Afghanistan perhaps about some disagreement from those who are there, right? You've got the presidential decisions, how all that plays out, but then those who are on the ground there, what happens if they don't disagree with the assessment that they're hearing back from the States?
So if they on the ground, if they don't agree with it, or they, like these 22 Foreign Service officers, who I don't know who they are, but I admire them so much. They sent a dissent channel message to the Secretary of State in July early
Okay,
in
and
July.
what does that mean? And what does that entail?
So if you disagree with your boss, if you disagree with the ambassador, you have the right to go and write it down, and the ambassador has to send it back to the State Department directly to the Secretary of State. So it's a big deal.
Is that a big risk to your career?
It's a big risk to your career. And you send it back saying, here, either I disagree with the policy or here's the reality. The ambassador has it wrong in this case. And of course, if you're the ambassador, you don't want that to happen. But it's there, and I admire them so much for their willingness to do that. I've used the dissent channel myself when I was ambassador, telling the State Department, I told the Secretary of State, I refuse to implement your orders because they're about the security of my embassy. And my embassy is the most exposed embassy in the world, the
and
most
you and
vulnerable.
your family faced threats while you were
Yes,
there, right?
yes. This Cambodia, Phnom Penh, dissolved into civil war. A rocket hit our house with my wife, myself, our 3 children. We threw them on the floor. We laid on top of them, covered them with our bodies. The house is ringed in automatic weapons fire going on. And it's when you pray that the bullet that comes in will kill you and not your children. It's when you discover how much you really love your children. At the same time, I had phoned the State Department, a radio telling all other Americans to take cover and don't come out. And after this, and we had no Marines. My embassy was Benghazi. And we had no way of protecting the most vulnerable, most exposed embassy in the world. A truck bomb would have killed or wounded everybody.
What an experience. Next, what he says to Iowans concerned about Afghan evacuees coming here.